Hello. In the past, when crime investigation technology wasn't as advanced, many serial murder cases would initially be solved quickly by the police. However, it was often only after the perpetrator continued their crimes that authorities could gather more clues. Today's story, though, takes place in modern times. In 2017, a Japanese girl mysteriously disappeared after meeting someone she connected with online. As the police dug deeper, they uncovered a shocking series of crimes involving up to 9 victims. This case shook Japan to its core. It unfolded in Kanagawa Prefecture, a key part of the Tokyo metropolitan area. At the heart of Kanagawa lies the city of Yokohama, and that's where this story begins. It starts with a 23-year-old girl named Aiko Tamura from Hachioji City. Aiko came from a family of 4: her parents, herself, and her older brother. She was an introverted person, not skilled at socializing. After finishing middle school, she dropped out. Sometime later, her parents divorced, and she lived with her mother. In 2017, her mother passed away due to illness, which deeply affected Aiko's mental health. She was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and as her condition worsened, she was admitted to a psychiatric hospital for treatment. Her brother stayed in touch with her daily through social media, often comforting and encouraging her, hoping she'd recover soon. But one day in October 2017, Aiko suddenly vanished. It was through the search for her that her brother uncovered a series of crimes that stunned Japan. So, what happened to Aiko and the others? Let's rewind to October 23rd, 2017. It was a Monday, the start of the week. Aiko's brother hadn't been able to contact her for 3 days. Given her illness, he grew extremely worried, fearing she might do something reckless. He took steps to log in her Twitter account, and the first thing that caught his eye was a post from September 20th, 2017. It read, "I feel terrible. I want to die, but I'm scared to do it alone. If anyone wants to join me, send me a direct message. I'm in Tokyo. I'd be happy if you have a car." Below the post were several comments. One asked, "Want to do it together?" Aiko didn't reply immediately, but days later, she responded, "What about using drugs or alcohol to ease the fear? My room has a loft, perfect for it." 21 days later, she wrote, "I hope it's today," adding, "I only have 1,000 yen. Can we do it without tools? Where do you live? Are you a man?" Alarmed by these exchanges, her brother sensed something was wrong. He suspected Aiko had met this person. Using her account, he posted a missing person notice and shared details about the mysterious man's account, asking for help in finding her. After a day with no results, he went to the police. Upon receiving the report, the authorities launched an investigation. They found that Aiko had been at Hachioji Station at 1:45 p.m. on October 23rd. Surveillance footage showed her with a man about 25 years old with medium-length black hair and a thin build. The two took a train from Hachioji to Machida, then switched to the Odakyu line, arriving at Zama Station in Yokohama, over 20 kilometers from Aiko's home. By 2:47 p.m., they exited Zama Station together and disappeared. A netizen contacted Aiko's Twitter account, claiming she'd reached out to the mysterious man and could help locate him. On October 30th, this woman arranged to meet him at Zama Station. Suspecting danger, the police advised her not to go and sent plainclothes officers to monitor the situation. That morning, the officers and Aiko's brother staked out the station. In the afternoon, they spotted a man pacing back and forth, seemingly waiting for someone. After closer inspection, they confirmed he was the man from the surveillance footage with Aiko. The police didn't act immediately, instead observing him patiently. When he gave up waiting and left, the officers discreetly followed. Unaware he was being tailed, the man casually walked to a 2-story apartment building, a residential complex housing multiple families. Located just 750 meters from Zama Station, he climbed to the 2nd floor and entered his room. The police followed quietly. As they reached the 2nd floor, a foul stench filled the air, seemingly emanating from his apartment. When they knocked, the door opened, unleashing an overpowering odor. Aiko's brother, standing nearby, glimpsed inside and spotted her white bag. The officers demanded to know Aiko's whereabouts. Coldly, the man pointed to a cooler in the room and said, "She's in there." Inside, the police found a bathroom and kitchen to the left, a loft above, and a living room ahead. In the living room sat 8 boxes. Following the man's gesture, they opened the cooler, revealing cat litter covering human remains, severed heads, and bones. It was Aiko, missing for days. They then inspected the 8 boxes. 7 contained bones stripped of flesh, while 1 was empty. The police immediately restrained the man, called for backup, sealed off the building, and launched a full investigation. At the scene, the 7 boxes held 9 heads and 240 bone fragments. Alongside the stench, they found a saw, scissors, rope, and other tools of crime. Bloodstains marked the bathroom, and shoes and wallets were scattered about. Forensic experts examined the remains. 8 women and 1 man, all dismembered. The latest death occurred less than 2 weeks prior, the earliest 3 months before. Cause of death remained unclear initially. Outside, crowds gathered, and reporters swarmed as police draped green tarps over the scene. Neighbors, questioned by police, noted the house's proximity to train tracks masked unusual sounds. Many had noticed the stench after the man moved in, but assumed it came from a nearby ditch. By November 9th, 2017, 16 days later, DNA testing identified the 9 victims. Mizuki Miura, 21, an office worker from Atsugi, Kanagawa Prefecture. Kono Ishihara, 15, a 10th grader from Kawasaki, Kanagawa Prefecture. Takugo Nishinaka, 20, a nursing home worker from Yokosuka, Kanagawa Prefecture. Hinako Saraki, 19, a second-year student from Takazawa, Saitama Prefecture. Hitomi Fujima, 26, a divorcee from Kasakabe, Saitama Prefecture. Suda, 17, a senior high schooler from Fukushima, Fukushima Prefecture. Motomi, 17, an 11th grader from Saitama, Saitama Prefecture. Unnamed, 25, a convenience store worker from Yokohama, Kanagawa Prefecture. Aiko Tamura, 23, a psychiatric patient from Hakioji, Tokyo. Aged 15 to 26, all had mental health struggles. The case sparked outrage in Japan, raising questions about how the killer managed 9 murders in mere months. Soon, the suspect was identified. Takehiro Shiraishi, born October 1990 in Yokohama, 27 and unemployed at the time. His family of 4 lived in Kametsubara, Yokohama, 2.8 kilometers from the apartment. His father designed car parts, his mother was a housewife, and he had a younger sister. Self-centered from childhood, Takehiro ignored others' feelings. In middle school, he withdrew socially. He's absent from his high school graduation photo. After his parents' divorce in high school, he lived with his father, skipped classes, and worked part-time to move out. Obsessed with death, he once gathered a group to burn charcoal in a suicide attempt that failed. After graduating in 2009, he worked at a supermarket, earning praise for his attitude. Later, he joined an electronics firm, but supplemented income by recruiting sex workers, mingling with shady figures. By August 2012, at 22, he quit and worked in Kabukicho, Tokyo's red light district, scouting women for brothels. Earning up to 300,000 yen monthly, about $2,700 US. He squandered it all. In February 2017, he was arrested for trafficking a woman, receiving a 14-month suspended sentence and 3 years probation. During probation, he worked logistics briefly before returning to Yokohama, holing up in his apartment, curtains drawn, chatting online constantly. In Japan, suicide tied to honor has deep roots. With 70 daily cases, mostly men, it's the world's highest rate. Takehiro noticed Twitter users fixated on suicide. Using 5 accounts, he offered advice on one and contacted vulnerable people with the others. In August 2017, he met Mizuki Miura, a 21-year-old office worker. Bullied in school, she suffered adjustment disorder and later browsed dark content online. She'd once planned a beach suicide, but survived. After meeting Takehiro and Takugo Nishinaka, a 20-year-old with autism, the trio plotted a group suicide. Takugo backed out, inspiring Mizuki to waver. She texted Takahiro, "Since Takugo quit, I won't either." Takahiro, sensing opportunity, groomed Mizuki, learning she had savings and was single. Plotting to rob and kill her, he bought a saw and rope, renting a cheap, unmonitored apartment near Zama Station. He lured Mizuki there under the guise of house hunting, tricking her into paying 510,000 yen, about $4,500 as a deposit. 3 days later, he moved in, invited her over, spiked her drink with sedatives, and strangled her. To dispose of evidence, he dismembered her in the bathroom, a 3-day ordeal due to inexperience. When the body began to stink, he stored parts in a fridge, tossed them in trash heaps, and hid her head in a cooler with cat litter. A week later, on August 28, 2017, he targeted Kono Ishihara, a shy 15-year-old who'd argued with her mother and sought suicide online. He lured her to the apartment and killed her similarly. When Mizuki and Kono vanished, their families alerted police. Phone records traced their last calls near Zama Station, but with no leads and Takahiro rarely leaving home, suspicion didn't fall on him. Next was Takugo Nishinaka. After a breakup and workplace humiliation, he'd attempted suicide before. Unable to reach Mizuki, he confided in Takahiro, who invited him over. Fearing Takugo might connect Mizuki's disappearance to him, Takahiro drugged and killed him. With 3 bodies, the stench grew. He tried cooking parts to mask it, but neighbors blamed a nearby ditch. Emboldened, Takahiro took a lover who moved in, then killed Hinako Saraki, a 19-year-old student, after she visited. His girlfriend returned mid-cleanup, but helped conceal the crime instead of reporting him. He spared her. Next, he targeted Hitomi Fujima, a 26-year-old divorcee struggling with her ex and mother-in-law. Luring her to the apartment, he killed her as she texted her ex. To curb the smell, he upgraded the bathroom ventilation. Over weeks, he claimed 4 more victims, totaling 9. Of the 8 boxes at the scene, 1 was empty, prepared for a 10th victim. Police intervention likely saved more lives. With extensive evidence, prosecution took 3 years. On September 30th, 2020, Tokyo courts tried Takahiro. He confessed, but his lawyer argued mental illness and claimed he merely aided willing victims, seeking leniency. After 23 hearings expressing remorse, he was sentenced to death on December 15th, 2020, closing the case. Post-arrest, Twitter Japan tightened rules, banning suicide-related content with swift deletions. Life can be tough, but patience often brings better days. It's precious. Give hope a chance. From a criminal psychology standpoint, Takahiro Shiraishi exemplifies a predatory opportunist exploiting vulnerable individuals. His methodical escalation, from online manipulation to physical isolation and murder, reflects a blend of sadism and pragmatism. Targeting those with mental health struggles, he weaponized empathy, a hallmark of serial killers who thrive on control. His lack of remorse during the acts, contrasted with courtroom apologies, suggests performative regret rather than genuine change, a common trait in psychopaths. The case underscores how digital platforms can amplify such predators' reach, highlighting the need for proactive monitoring and mental health support to protect society's most fragile.